Hey folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Thursday, June 11th, 2015. I want to go over the spiders here because a lot of people have been asking me what's going on. Markets again had a big pop yesterday on the back of a word that Germany was okay giving into Greece a fair amount of concessions. And that's why we saw the rally. And then this morning it continued until 10:30. 10:30 we heard that the negotiations had actually broken off in Brussels between the Greeks and the IMF. So that's a negative, and that's why you saw this red candle here. Now, all these bars here are inside bars, which is known as a bearish pattern, right? That's an in spirit of bear flag right here. And you can see we're starting to try to break down. The only tricky thing here, and the something that most average investors don't understand, is the volume problems. Notice the volume at my low side of the chart. See how you can barely see the volume candles, how light it is? When there's volume this light, and this usually occurs over lunch, it's very hard for bearish patterns to play out. Now, it doesn't mean they can't play out, but it just shifts the odds slightly. So, for instance, if you had a bearish pattern late in the day or early in the day, the odds of that playing out are probably 70% or greater, depending on if you have a time count or not. When it's over lunch like it is right now, and we're just a little bit, basically a quarter after 12 p.m. Eastern time, basically the odds go to 50-50 or less. So I'll peg it right now at 50-50, but that's about it. And so you really don't trust it quite as much as you would early in the day or late in the day. Okay, so just something I want you guys to remember about that. All right, now, having said that, I do think the markets are getting ready to come back down, and the bigger pattern I want you guys paying attention to here, it's a pretty wild pattern. I'm going to go to the 60-minute chart and show this to you. Flip it over to the 60-minute. So notice this, and this is if you do start to sell off over here and come down, right? So if we start to sell off over the next week or two and come back into the 208 level, you have basically a head and shoulders pattern. Okay? Where's the head? Where's the shoulders? Here's your shoulder, here. Here's your head, and then here's your right side of your right shoulder. Now you still have to come back into this trend line here to create the full shoulder and then break this line. But again, I want to point it out because this is something I am going to be paying attention to in the coming days and the coming weeks. If we come back down to 208, you could have a major breakdown in the markets, and the target would be 213 to 207. We'll call it 208. That would be a $5 move down from 208, 203 to 202 target. So again, just something to keep in mind. Now listen, this is very preliminary, and this isn't something that you want to bank on, but just so you're aware, if you do come down over the next couple weeks, that is something you're going to be watching for to see a breakdown on. Okay, and again, going back to the spiders intraday, you can see how hard it is for this bearish pattern to break down. This is your 10-minute chart right here. And again, great inside bar pattern, but if you break down, you got your 50 MA here and you got your gap fill here. In this volume environment, it's going to be unbelievably tough to break through. All right, so I just want to educate you guys here what I'm looking at, what I feel, what I think based on price pattern and time, which is our PPT methodology here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. And again, be aware, right now this is a 50-50 whether or not we really get any sort of breakdown, and that's not very good odds for a trade overall. Okay? All right, guys, come join us at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Educate yourself, get trade alerts, win, basically make money. Take a look at our track record for the Research Center or the options alerts. Unbelievable track record. We are up over 500% net profits in the Research Center. As I always say, if you just put 10% of your money in each position, you'd be up over 50% on the year on our trades thus far. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Come join us at InTheMoneyStocks.com.